Oh God! I'm so glad that was chocolate.
What would you? Why would you put it in your mouth, not knowing if that was chocolate or not?
Do you know what? I didn't until I even tasted it. I was like, "What the hell is this?"
This could
And then
be
as
anything
soon
at
as it was on my list, oh, of course it's chocolate. So I had some chocolate on my notepad earlier.
What? You should be knowing what that was before you put it in your mouth.
It was white chocolate though. So it was either white chocolate or semen. So it wasn't poo.
Oh wait. Yeah.
I've got sticky pages again.
Hey up everyone, welcome to episode 5 of the Porra Podcast.
Hey up.
My name's Will, and with me as ever is Eddy. The 28 weeks later to my 28 days later.
I know it.
Go on then.
Zombie films. Big fan of zombie films.
Okay.
Weirdly.
Yeah. Technically rage-infused people, but carry on. We'll call them zombies for the sake of argument.
Oh, go fuck yourself. Give the dog a bone, man. Jesus. 228.
I'm 28 days later.
Great film, right? That one was with Tommy Shelby, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And 28 Weeks is the one from The Full Monty.
Robert Carlyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't wank. It was just had absolutely nothing on the first.
Right. So I have nothing on you.
No, you're a half decent person, Ed.
Yeah.
I'm just a better human being.
Robert Carlyle.
Carlyle.
How is it spelled?
Carlyle. Didn't recognise without his dick out in films though. It's weird. If you're from Sheffield, you definitely know what film I'm talking about.
Sick dick, bro.
So, let's get cracking. So, this week, homework was to watch the 1980 video nasty Cannibal Holocaust. Ed, how are you? How did you find it?
I mean, honestly, I'm still processing a little bit. I'm still it was horrible.
Yeah.
It was horrific, I would say. But I'm sad. I feel sad, but not really because a load of white people got eaten. Like that. We'll get into it.
Hashtag white people problems, though, seriously.
Just because a load of fucking teenagers got eaten in the jungle. That's not why I'm sad. But the weirdest thing through all of this for me. So again, we've done. We've watched, and now we're recording back to back.
Straight after the
film.
Screensaver's still on the TV behind us.
Is indeed. The most worrying thing for me is I was hungry at the end of the film.
Oh my lord.
But now I'm questioning myself. Like, was I hungry before?
Do I have a taste
for
human flesh?
Have I just seen something that has ignited something in my brain? But you know what I mean? Like, I think I was hungry.
I hope nothing in this film awakens something in me.
No, I'm sure I was hungry beforehand. A lot of people might watch this and get it put them off their tea, but I don't know. Ate some lovely pulled pork chicken, which could potentially look a bit like entrails, and absolutely lovely.
That's weird.
It's a little weird. I think I was. No, I was definitely hungry. I must have been hungry. Sure.
Could really go for some white people right now.
Well, that's oh.
Would you
I'm
have
not
no. Well, there's preemptively digging a hole here.
I'm not getting onto a racial debate about who I would eat and who I wouldn't. A good question is though, what would you eat? You know, you had to, like, if you say we were
thigh.
You've not even let me finish my sentence.
Go on.
Straight for the thigh. Well, yeah.
That was what you were going to ask, right?
If you're stranded, yeah. You've got nothing to eat and it's for survival. What part of me would you eat?
Am I eating you?
Yes.
Okay. I'd probably stick with the thigh. You got good legs.
Oh, thanks, mate.
It's all right. You got meaty legs.
Why?
Well, I feel like it's like an inoffensive part, right? So let's say you were to live through this, you're missing just a bit of a chunk of your thigh, right? Like, you can cover that with a pair of shorts. You know, it's fine. No one's going to look at you and think you're a deformed person.
If I pull through this...
Yeah. Like, I could just, like, nibble at it.
You're not just nibbling at my leg. This is the last... Like, if you survive through this and I'm still alive, you've eaten too soon. You've turned to cannibalism.
South Park episode.
Yeah. What is it? We've not eaten for 2 hours.
I got some Eric Roberts in a doggy bag. Yeah, I would. Okay, fine, right. If I'm gonna have to kill you. Well, by this point, as judging by past horror films that you've watched, you'd have asked me to bludgeon your face in already, right? So you're dead at this point. So I can eat whatever part of you that I want.
Yes.
I'm sticking with the thigh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I'm quite strange enough to go for your bum.
Well, that's where I was going.
Yeah.
Straight for the butt.
You're going straight for the butt.
Well, it's the meatiest part, surely.
Yeah.
Or maybe fatty, though. Is it fat or muscle?
Look, when we're talking about this such taboo subject as cannibalism, I don't think it's so bad for someone to have a little bit of high regard for what part of the human body they
beggars can be choosers now.
They absolutely can.
Well, I'm sorry, but
my thigh's a little bit overdone. Can you take it back, please?
I'll take the calf. Like, if you were to then, like, divvy it up around the campfire, is it like shotgun rules apply? First one to, like, Bagsy the butt?
Am I with other people that are eating you now as well? Surely I can just shotgun whatever part of you I want.
All right. I've not really set the scene well enough because you interrupted me so bloody quickly with saying that you're going to eat my thigh. What bit wouldn't you eat?
The webbings between your toes.
Oh, yeah, it's like that bit on a chicken wing, like between the wing and the leg.
Plus, your feet are gross.
They are pretty gross. They can't see him though.
Well, we digress. Well, slightly. We are still talking about cannibalism.
No, I think this is quite apt.
Very apt. To set the scene for everyone, we decided to watch Cannibal Holocaust this week. So, quick bio for you.
Nothing says, spoiler alert, like the nature boy Ric Flair.
So, a rescue team led by anthropologist Harold Monroe, they travel deep into the Amazon to search for a missing crew of filmmakers. Now, the set of filmmakers, they'd set out to discover some cannibal tribes in the Amazon. Monroe discovers and recovers the remnants of the filmmakers' footage, and after realising the crew are now dead, they head back to the States, in which they watch the footage and, well, let's just say they're quite shocked and appalled.
Yeah. It's pretty bad, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
it's not like just looking through your phone on the videos that you've taken the night before and thought, oh, that's fucking horrible, I'm deleting that.
Yeah, where do we start with this film, right?
Right, well, we've got to start right at the beginning.
Okay. So, your very nice prologue that wraps everything up in a neat little package for you to start with, right?
I was referring more to, like, the scenery. Sure. So, it's like something like Apocalypse Now style thing, just like flying over the jungle, looking at these beautiful scenery, the scenic shots of the Amazon, and the and they've got this fucking music that's playing over it, like the most.
It's beautiful.
But I'm not sure. It's like I'm expecting like the Fonz to walk in. It's almost doo-wop. It's like a scene from Happy Days where they're all just like, awkwardly not dancing with the girls in the side of the room in a school mixing.
And so you're expecting the Fonz in the Green Inferno.
I was lulled. I was once again lulled and introduced to a load of fucking teenagers again that look nothing like fucking teenagers.
Okay, I knew we were going to get onto this. So, teenagers, are we going to carry on your hatred of 80s films and their depiction of what teenagers are?
Yes. And the lead character, Alan, definitely lead singer of All American Rejects. Absolute spitting image.
I see what you mean now.
Move along, like I know you do.
Oh, we're going to get sued by All American Rejects now.
Please do, give us some PR.
Well, we jump forward a little bit, so we do get this very informative prologue that completely sets the scene for us in a very quick way possible. It's very helpful. And then from a very quick and awkward thumbs up from Dr. Monroe when he gets appointed to go into the jungle to rescue.
Yeah, I love that.
felt so like, do you know what you're doing in this?
Of course he does. He's giving you a thumbs up.
Okay, sure.
He's the bomb in all of this, though.
He still maintains his pipe, doesn't he? Yeah, even in the Amazon, he still has a pipe.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did everyone smoke pipes back then?
I mean, what are we? The 80s?
Yeah.
I guess. It's big crack era, isn't it?
Everyone's on crack.
Is
everyone just smoking
It's not tobacco. He's honking on his crack pipe. Middle-aged white professors in South Bronx. They're all on crack.
So Monroe puts his weird thumbs up and he heads up into the jungle where we discover that a military force has kidnapped one local tribesman to help them traverse the Amazon to find exactly what they're looking for. Now, this film used real tribes for this, right? These are real tribes people, and they're somehow better actors than 90% of these fucking characters. Honest to God.
And they literally just paid him in chicken blood and fucking pig hooves. No, you're right. You got better performance.
You mean you're going to give me 4 pig hooves for this?
I like the theory of like the tribe's elder like negotiating how many fucking pig trotters they're gonna get for this. Like
gets his glasses out to read the contract.
Yeah.
So this is the I'm gonna get so many names wrong in this. This is the Yakumo tribe that they first encounter, or that Monroe first encounters. They seem very, very hesitant letting the Monroe and his travellers into their camp. They're distressed. They're obviously pissed off at something.
Well, they don't like the white man.
No one likes the white man.
No one likes the white man in this.
Or in life.
Yeah, this is a story of.
I mean, he's done a lot wrong to deserve that reputation, but carry on.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of rape and pillage in this, isn't there? So it's kind of warranted, I guess.
A little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying you should eat all of your problems. I mean, I'm not just saying that for like people with eating disorders or with social anxiety. I mean, like physically kill and eat the people who are causing you problems.
I got expelled for that, for eating my school bully.
Fucking show him though, innit?
You got to fight back, but I didn't mean eat him.
So at this stage, we don't know what's happened to these teens, these group of happy-go-lucky 4 friends that have all gone out to the Amazon to go get this footage. You don't know what's happened to them, right?
No, we don't. Well, the only thing that we know so far is that the guide that they had set out with is dead. One of the guides that Monroe has discovers the skeleton and recognises the teeth and makes a comment saying this is... I can't for the life of me remember his name, but this is so-and-so. He was one of the best guides. He knows this jungle just as much as I do, kind of thing. So we only know that he's dead. We still don't know what's happened to the 4 young filmmakers quite yet.
Look, and I'm going to mention this because I'm sure it's not like going to be a poignant piece, but that guide died like a punk. I'm sorry. So when he comes to him and he says, "Oh, he was one of the most experienced guides out here. I wonder what got him." You know, there was a snake in his boot.
There's a snake in my boot.
Yeah. You're in the Amazon, dickhead. He fucking puts his boot on after taking it off to show the camera his sores.
Yeah.
And then gets bitten by a snake. I'm sorry, he's gone out like a punk. As far as guides go, I prefer the newer one.
The one with Monroe.
Monroe, yeah.
Well, Monroe's the character. His guide who leads him about, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's a bit rough around the edges, isn't he?
Yeah.
But a bit of a coke habit. Or is that crack again?
It's probably crack.
Can you sniff crack?
Of course you can.
I've never done crack. I've only ever smoked out of a crack pipe. Like every normal person, Ed. Jesus.
But have you seen any of their footage yet? You haven't.
No, we've still not found anything yet. Well, the only thing that he's seen is that there is a girl wearing a piece of film reel around her neck in the tribe. So they know that their friends, the original 4 filmmakers, have passed through here at some point.
And how did they make friends with that group? How did they...
They made friends with that group because, as I mentioned earlier, the military guys who kidnapped a tribesperson to start with, a young tribesman, they bring him back. That is his tribe.
That's it. And they give him a switchblade, don't they? They give him a switchblade.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, here's a gift.
Yeah.
Here's thank you for helping us. And they kind of go on their way. Then they go deeper into the Amazon, taking the track that the four filmmakers did to find the real tribes that they're there to find. So they are called, again, apologies, Yanomamo.
Are you apologising to all the
tribesmen.
native Brazilian tribesmen that are watching, that are listening to the podcast?
To all my Yamamomos, you know what I'm saying, bruv.
He pronounced our name wrong again.
So it's the Yanomamo and the Shamatri tribe.
Yeah,
Fuck me.
They were jokes though, weren't they? The Sumatri.
The tree people.
Yeah, absolute joke.
joke.
Great digs.
Mate, everyone wants to kill a treehouse like that. It's like the Peter Pan's Lost Boys in all the tree houses that they have. Mate, it's badass.
Yeah.
So Monroe and his two guides, they find these two warring tribes literally having a fight, and they help out the Shamatri tribe by shooting off the Yanomamo. That's the last time I'm going to say their name. By shooting off the other tribe.
Let's call them the Yamos for now.
The Yamos and the Shamas.
They basically shoot a couple of Yamo tribesmen in the back.
Yes.
Right, and that gains them access to this other.
They help out the Shamatri tribes. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So they take them back. The tree people tribe. They take them back, and this is now where we start seeing more and more evidence of where the filmmakers have been. So we're seeing more film reels everywhere, but the tribesmen don't trust Monroe or his guides yet.
Well, because he's white.
He's a white man. Yeah. Don't trust the white man.
And he's got a dodgy moustache.
To try and gain the trust, Monroe does what every normal person would do when you're trying to gain someone else's trust. Get your dick out.
Oh, this is good. This bit is really good.
Well, because he gets his dick out.
Well,
there's already been a bit of dick in this film
there's
already.
a lot of dick in this
One
film.
of the guides that Monroe has
Yeah.
got his schlonger out.
Yeah, there's a lot of dick, a lot of bush in this film. And when I say bush, a lot of bush.
It's only like 80s bush.
80s bush.
Remember that when porn just used to be full of bush?
It was all bush.
It was nothing but.
And the thing is, the good thing about bush is you don't actually ever see anything because, well, it's all bush. So there's more nudity in 80s films than in anywhere else.
And get away with it.
Absolutely.
Can't see any fan. It's just bush.
Could be anything, that.
How many times have we said the word bush?
I don't know, let's count. So, so he goes for a swim.
Yes.
Right? His plan to calm the tribe and ease tension. Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna do as they do. Gonna get my dick out and go into the water, and instantaneously he is then herded by a group of young, I guess, choice, very hairy Amazonian women.
Yep.
That come in and tickle his balls a little bit.
They do. They give him a little tickle, don't they? Have a little nice frolic with him in the pool, in the water.
A little old willy wash. And just when he thinks he's getting some, and my mind was going, so they come out the water and he starts chasing him.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, what are you going to do if you catch him? You're a man of science. You're not here to have like a five-way with a load of tribeswomen.
Bit of a kissy catch, isn't it?
Oh, bit of kiss chase. And yeah, then they're shocked to find that shrine of young dead filmmakers.
Absolutely. Nothing's going to kill your erection as quick as seeing your dead mates.
Really did sap the mood, didn't it?
So exactly that. So after chasing the young Amazonian women out, having a nice frolic with them, he then finds, as Ed has said, this shrine that has been put together of the skeletal remains of the four filmmakers. So that is Alan, who is the lead filmmaker.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Lead singer of
All American Rejects.
Yep.
Then we've got Mark and Jack, who are the two cameramen. Jack's the one with an awful blonde mustache.
Two absolute fucktards.
And then we've got Faye, who is, I think she's a script girl for their documentary, and she is the love interest of Alan.
Basically spends the whole film trying to get her pants either on or off.
Yeah, she's always caught in a bit of limbo between the two, isn't she?
Yes. and she has these lovely pair of pristine white cotton briefs, even towards the latter end of the film. She's been trekking through bloody jungle for 3 weeks, and they are pristine.
They're pretty good, actually.
Yeah, very clean.
Yes.
Okay, but I just want to take it back.
Yep.
Talking about getting your pants off. we've brushed over, we've not even mentioned like that opening horrible rape scene. Is it a rape scene?
It is. It's for a viewer, it's a rape scene. Yes. For the person who's doing it in the film, it's a punishment scene, I believe.
Right. Okay. So another poor lady
Yeah.
appears to be raped by a piece of wood.
Yes. It's pretty brutal.
So if it wasn't Treebeard in Evil Dead, we've now got Baby Groot.
For fuck's sake.
No, it's horrible though, right?
Yeah,
so
it's
drags her onto a post. Legs akimbo.
Yeah.
And uses this spike like as his penis, and then that's not even the worst bit. It's not even the worst bit. He makes like a big mud ball and fills it with spikes.
Yeah.
And shoves it up her.
Yeah, it does.
Like this is. Didn't even have words. Still don't have words.
Yeah, it's a struggle, that one. And I think I mentioned this last week, the fact that this film is a video nasty, and those films, to get the label of that, they were looking out for three things, people. They were looking for excessive gore, excessive violence towards women, and excessive animal cruelty. And Jesus Christ, this film has got all three in pockets.
I mean, this has scored the fucking hat-trick then, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
Like, this is...
So, yeah,
This is Michael Owen in 5-1, England versus Germany, isn't it?
wonder how many of our listeners will get that.
Oh, mate, you don't remember 5-1? Even Heskey scored.
So yeah, the scene that we brought ourselves back onto. This is actually how they end up finding the trail for the two warring tribes.
Yeah.
They follow the man who was just brutally raped the tribeswoman.
But like
and
you
then
say, one
killed
man's
her.
rape is another man's ritual.
Well, and so this is actually the thing in this film. The tribes, throughout this, we see it, I think 2-3 more times maybe, that the women are punished for not being virgins. So she is being punished in this scene because she is she's had sex with a man when she shouldn't have done, or she's had sex with another man when she's technically married to a different one. So this is really where there's a lot of violence towards women in this, and this is just the start of it. I also wanted to bring up one bit which reminds me of a childhood favourite film of mine, FernGully.
Oh, great film.
Great film. Monroe,
How the fuck did this remind you of FernGully?
one specific bit. Monroe gets all of the film back from the Shamatri tribe, okay?
Yeah.
And how he does that is by trading a voice recorder with some music on it. And the tribe bloody loved the music when he started playing it. Now, all I can think of in that is the FernGully scene where Zach, I think his name is Zach, he gets shrunk down, and they find his Walkman that hasn't been shrunk. He presses play, and it's that dancing to the na 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 na. Badass scene.
Crystal was so hot in that film.
Crystal was very hot in that scene.
I have no idea how you brought it to that, but I like it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's in the Amazon, isn't it? It's warring tribes in an Amazon forest, and but the humans don't help in this one.
I'll never watch FernGully the same. So you're telling me, given a little bit longer, Crystal will have been raped by a post for not being a virgin, for
Having sex with Zach.
stupping Zach, and then they eat his mortal remains.
I mean, that could be their tradition, as a tradition. So it's at this point where viewers that maybe are going into this film expecting one thing suddenly get a bit of a weird turn, and he's got the film, and now he's back in the States. And it's like, oh wait, we're gone from the Amazon now. We're just back in America. So this is where he's being interviewed on TV. They're discussing the disappearance of the 4 filmmakers, which they've said, they delved too far into the jungle. They didn't know what they were doing. They were killed. We've retrieved the tapes, and they announced that there's plans to still release these tapes, right?
Yeah, I didn't see it going this way. It was a bit of a turn. I was waiting for Monroe to be eaten. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think that most people would. It's like, oh wait, he's back in America. Okay, that's weird. And this is where the studio asks Monroe to front the rest of this documentary. They want him to take what footage they've got from Alan and his crew, create the documentary out of it, and pay homage to Alan and the crew for losing their lives, but doing it in the name of science and discovery. So this is actually really where the film properly begins, in a horrible way, because now we start going through the films, and up to this point, the only thing we know about the four filmmakers is that
They're dickheads.
Well, we don't know that yet,
But they're dickheads.
they are fucking
Oh.
knobs.
Oh, they're horrible.
Yeah. So all we know is that we're meant to feel bad. You know, these young filmmakers that are going in to discover new places, new tribes, and we start learning from this point on that these guys are twats.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, you were rooting for the cannibals by the end.
Absolutely. So before we actually see any of the footage they found in the Amazon, Monroe is played one of Alan's previous documentaries to kind of get the opinion of what Alan does.
Yeah.
And so the documentary is shown is called The Last Road to Hell, which this is a tough watch.
Yeah.
We're repeatedly shown different images of firing squads and of executions, and it allows the first idea, the implication that Alan's a knobhead, to seep into Monroe's mind and that of everyone who's watching. I think it's almost a little bit of a throwaway line, but it's where they're first told that, you know, a lot of those murders that we've just seen on the documentary were actually paid for by Alan. He asked them to do it. He wasn't just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, I mean, this was first and foremost that this clip was horrible. Like, I think, and tell me if I'm wrong, it starts staged, but then it comes to real footage, because I swear down some of that shit looked real.
I think I haven't done enough research on that one bit. I'm pretty sure a lot of that is real footage of real firing squads.
They've taken it from some African coup or something, because it looks fucking raw and real as hell. And it's like, that was the start for me of like, this changed like the whole movie for me. This isn't fun anymore.
No.
Like, this
You're
has
not laughing
gone
at
from
an old man's penis anymore.
Exactly. This has gone from old man Willie joke to like fucking firing squad, and just like kind of just set a different tone for me for the rest of the film. And the fact that fucking this dickhead was singing Swing Swing while beating it behind the camera. I'll honestly never be able to listen to All American Rejects again. I love them as well.
We will get into more detail in certain bits going forward, but I think I'll just wrap up the rest of them, because it kind of is a bit of a straight shot here to the ending. We see more and more of the documentary being put together, more and more of the footage. We see more of the four filmmakers and their horrible deeds in what they're doing to get good and over-the-top shots. And it ends up with Monroe fighting for the film for the documentary not to be released, get rid of it, and the executives watch it and agree. They agree to burn it. So this is how the film ends. But now we need to get into some of these really horrible bits.
Oh yes, we do.
I think I'm going to start it with, we kind of have to address the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Pun half intended. The animal cruelty.
Yeah.
Now,
They were all robots, right? They were all like animatronic.
no. So every animal death in this is real.
Yes.
And that is what I was kind of getting at last week. Was I know a lot of people that would find that horribly distressing, because you see it very brutally. I think there's 6 animal deaths in the film, but there were actually 7 animals killed. There was 2 monkeys killed for that scene.
Right.
I think the shot of one of them didn't work, so they had to do it again.
I mean, I don't know which one I want to go through first, but the monkey one.
Yeah.
I mean, they chop off his face. Mm-hmm. Like it's not even like a beheading. I don't know. It goes straight down.
It kind of takes the cranium top of it off. So they can get to the brain, and then you see.
Oh,
one
that
dude.
was it. He needed the brain.
Yeah. So.
So he's not eating his calf. Again, I think this is levels of brutality of eating things that it's difficult.
Yeah. Look, and I think before we get into any more of this, I just want to stress that we do not condone animal cruelty and animal violence.
Fuck no, man.
Absolutely not.
Oh, man,
This
I
is
would
fucking
condone...
disgusting.
I would condone human violence before animal violence.
Absolutely,
Fuck me, man.
So the bits that we're going to say, this is more kind of bringing it to the attention and just bringing things to the table. For me, this is wrong. Because the idea that they said that they wanted to do this, and this is the same reason why they were using real firing squad footage. You know, we keep discussing this over the last few weeks, that horror films that try and set themselves in real life can be sometimes so much more scary. And so that's what the filmmakers tried to set out with this, by using real footage of firing squads and by using real footage of animal deaths. It's bringing this level of reality to it. But I mean, it's too much, right? Like, you don't need to actually kill these animals for that.
Nah. For the sake of entertainment, it's pretty fucking shocking. There's two trains of thought here. Like, so they catch and kill a big tortoise.
Yes.
Right? And that scene is pretty fucking horrible, because they're like, chop its head off, chop its fins off, and then like open this thing up. And it is just so long. Like, they show it you detail by detail, them pulling out the friggin' body, the middles, whatever. And, you know, I was thinking, fuck, that's good special effects for the time, but then looked over at you and quivered a little bit, and he mouthed me, it's real. So then it just changed. And that's just horrible.
Yeah.
And how the actors were able to fucking play the dickheads that they were playing around it.
Yeah.
And like play with the head and, you know, mess about. I fucking don't know that.
I've read a few bits here and there about those 4 actors and how much they absolutely hated this film. They fucking despised it. I think it's Mark that ends up shooting the pig later on in the film.
Yeah.
And apparently in the kind of traveling to set, he had sat next to this pig on a fucking extremely long ride or bus ride or plane ride, and had actually almost grown to like
Oh
it.
my, well, that is fucking cruel.
Apparently, I can't, I don't know.
What, there was no other seats on the bus? Look, fucking, he's travelling to the set where he's got to butcher this poor little pig, and he's like, sorry mate, yeah, only seat is next to said little piglet. And as far as fucking farmyard animals go, piglets, they're cute, man. All right, when they get a bit fatter, a bit uglier, you know, I might be able to shoot one if I was really in the need of a bacon sandwich. But a little piglet?
No.
And they make him sit next to it?
Yeah. They really struggled. I think every actor has come out with some form of statement of how much they hated this film.
Okay, so
filming it.
The only one that wouldn't then, so the killing of the monkeys, so if they were done by the actual tribes, that would be a practice.
That is actually, yes.
And so I'm not against a tribe of however many hundred whatever in the Amazon that are probably better for the ecosystem and the environment than we ever will be in fucking main cities, and for them to kill monkeys and live off the land sustainably is absolutely fine. I have nothing against that, killing to eat, but it still just doesn't sit right, because would have those two been killed and eaten if it wasn't for this film purpose?
Exactly.
But during the set, I don't know, during like, okay, that's a cut. Everyone gets a coffee and a fucking cucumber sandwich. The tribes bugger off and catch 20 more monkeys and behead them and start drinking their blood. It's like, oh fuck, we should have caught that.
Hey, can you guys do that again? Well, no, exactly that. I think again, I've read that the monkey is a delicacy to the tribe.
Yeah.
So it's not like their everyday meal, but they would do it as ritual processes. They would kill the monkey, and you see them afterwards. They're draining the blood out of the head, and as far as I'm aware, they would have used it all. But I think the problem still is like, well, you had to kill 2 because the first camera angle buggered up or whatever it was, and. But but
at least it was a special occasion. It was a special
occasion.
Maybe they've just got themselves 3 new pig's feet for doing this film. Let's sacrifice a couple of monkeys. So my big worry was, after you indicated to me that was real.
Yeah.
What else was real?
Nothing.
Okay.
I mean, you've got to give it to him. For 1980s film, the effects looked fucking sick, right?
Yeah, the spike through the batty and out the mouth.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Like, I didn't want to sound like a prat and ask you if that was real during the film, so I'll do it now over a podcast.
But more people can hear you.
So that wasn't real, right?
That was not real.
No, I knew. No, I know.
But again, that scene specifically, that's another depiction of what we were saying earlier about the tribeswomen in various tribes committing fidelities. And this is really, that scene is very good again, I choose my words very carefully here, but to portray how much of a wankers the four filmmakers are, what they want to get a shot of a dead woman, they want to see a dead tribesman just so they got more poignant and more horrible imagery. So they rape her, they have sex with her, knowing that there's another tribesman watching. So that tribesman now knows that she's no longer a virgin, and as we've seen already in this film, non-virgin members of these tribes don't fare very well.
I didn't even clock that. So that's the one they have like...
That's the one the filmmakers rape, yeah. Oh. Yeah, I know.
Because there is that one other tribesman in the corner, like, watching.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, I thought he was just there, having a bit of fun, a bit of a creepy voyeur. But, no.
No, he wasn't.
He was there to go snitch on him. Like, he could have stopped him.
Yeah.
Could have fucking stopped him. Saved her virtue. Saved her bloody life. He was like, we've not spiked anyone in a while. The village will like this.
It'll bring good harvest for this year.
Think of the corn. Honest to God, I bet they were absolutely dying to do that to frigging the white woman. What's her name?
Faye.
Faye. Because in one of the most fucked up scenes, after they've just tried to burn down one of the huts, again, to provoke a reaction through the camera, they then just get it on. Yeah. They get it on this little bamboo table, and it's kind of okay, but then the camera pans out, and there's the entire village made to watch. Like, of this friggin' awkward wrestle sex scene of this woman trying to get her impossibly white cotton pants down.
Trying to get it over that bush.
Honestly.
The final scene where, so Monroe takes the film executives into the viewing room so they can watch, so that he can put them through the last bits of the film that they've not seen yet. They want to release this, and he's saying, get fucked. This is fucking horrible. You've not even seen the worst part of it. So it's like, setting you all the audience up to be like, oh, great, there's more. So in this last scene, we see these four nonsense, these four wankers.
Teenagers, in inverted commas. Can they see my hands?
They can't.
Okay.
Basically, they're essentially provoking the Tree People tribe. And then this is where we get the final showdown. Douchebag mustache man Jack gets impaled with a spear.
Yeah, about time.
Right? Fucking finally one of them's died.
Absolutely. I've got to this point in the film, and I'm like, right, whatever happens to them, they're going to fucking deserve it. Hurry up. Which one do I want to eat first?
So, Jack gets impaled.
Yep.
And then Alan...
And his friends don't give a
fuck.
They
don't, but as we've seen, these guys are tosspots.
They're meant to be like best friends. We've been everywhere together. They've filmed all this shit. They're ready to hightail. All they want is fame. They want the fame. Exactly. They want an Oscar for this thing. And they want fortune and glory.
So they just keep rolling and rolling, just hoping to get the best footage possible because they're still hoping to get out of this. Alan ends up shooting Jack, basically to put him out of his misery.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's when we get wonderful imagery of the tribe gathering Jack.
More penis.
And we get more penis.
We get more penis.
We get a little bit more dick.
But the difference is blonde penis this time.
It is.
Blonde bush.
Blonde bush.
Yeah.
And then all that's left is technically blonde bush because he gets his tallywhacker chopped off.
He loses his cock.
His cock.
I liked the bit. Do you know when you're squeezing a ketchup packet and you like take the bit off? And it's only a little bit, but then once you squeeze, it opens a bit more, and then it like really goes
out.
It's like that, like the artery out of his the base of his wiener. I thought it was like good cinematography. That
it's great.
They've
It was fucking great. And, as horrible as it was to see it, you're kind of like, oh, yeah, you fucking arsehole. Good. We see Jack pretty much getting dismembered, eaten, set on fire, whatever part of his body is left. They then try, the remaining three, they keep trying to escape. They start getting hunted down again. So Faye's next. And yet again, another brutal rape, torture scene.
I couldn't quite figure it out. It was a very awkward rape, wasn't it? Please don't take that out of context.
Oh my lord, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot barge pole.
No, that's what they would have done. Put a 10-foot barge pole up above them out of the mouth. All I was thinking, because it was like a weird angle and there was like a tree there.
Yeah.
And they were trying to spread her legs. And do you remember when you were young and like you used to post people?
For fuck's sake.
So basically, if you don't know what I'm talking about, a horrible, cruel thing you used to do to your friends in school is like a leg and a wing. One person hold each leg, one would hold each arm, and you spread the legs and you, I guess, forcefully drive them.
Their crotch
into the center of a tree or a pole or, anything, vertical. And that would be called posting. And for some reason, that's all I thought they were going to do to her.
Just post
Yeah.
her.
But then I realised they were doing something much worse. Gang rape. Okay.
Dear. Yeah.
Okay.
They end up beheading her. And the remaining two, Alan and Mark, are then killed next. They kind of just drop in front of the camera, and you just see you see Alan's bloody face.
Yeah.
In front of the camera, just keep getting repeatedly hit, and that's kind of when the video stops. And thankfully, because that scene runs long, right? And there's a lot of brutal bits in that scene. And it just keeps going.
I wanted the film to be over by then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've even written this down. I just wanted it to be over.
Yeah.
I was done. I knew what was going to happen. The noise, just all of it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm done.
The music in that as well, in that scene, is strange because it was flicking between three different pieces of music. It was going from
goes back from the Happy Days.
It goes to your fun, happy music, just to like weird noises, and then to like a bit of synth music where it's just like three synth notes played over and over again.
It is the 80s.
So much synth. And I think that just does more to add to that scene about how you just want this fucking thing to be over. Just like, this is awful. I'm not enjoying this. Even the music is making me very confused and weirded out. It's just,
One thing though.
Right.
The name.
The name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cannibal Holocaust.
Uh-huh.
Right. It indicates a lot of cannibalism. It's subtly pointing to a lot of eating of humans. There wasn't a lot of eating of humans in this.
They are cannibals, right?
I'm a very literal man, Will. This film was called Cannibal Holocaust. I was expecting some sort of like mass extermination via eating.
Just a big buffet.
And great,
Great
it's like
spread on today.
great spread.
Who's done this one?
And you're talking multi-country. You've got your Italian, you've got your Brazilian, you've got your American.
No, well, funny enough, the original title wasn't going to be Cannibal Holocaust. The original title for the film was The Green Inferno.
I would have preferred that.
Well, The Green Inferno is also a film.
Already?
It is now.
Is that on our list?
It is on the list, but The Green Inferno, I'll very, very quickly just jump onto that. Eli Roth, horror film director, he did Cabin Fever, he did Hostel 1 and 2.
Sure, why not?
He's the Bear Jew in Inglourious Bastards.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the horror director. He directed The Green Inferno, which was a complete homage to all the old cannibal films of the bygone era, but specifically to Cannibal Holocaust because the original name for this was The Green Inferno. The director of this, Cannibal Holocaust, was a character in Hostel 2. He played an Italian cannibal.
My God, you're a nerd. You've not even looked at any notes on that. That is pure either out your arse and I would be none the wiser, or you know that as fact. And either way, Well played, sir. You're on the right show.
Thank you.
This is like we sometimes battle with this and think, is this a horror podcast? Is it really a horror podcast? Because really, it's kind of like a comedy podcast, right? It's kind of chatting shit. We're trying to be funny, and occasionally we talk about horror films. But you've just pulled that out of the bag.
Yeah, man. So I'm going to have to apologise to any Italian listeners. I have asked my Italian colleague how to pronounce the director's name, so I'm going to butcher it. But Ruggero, that's his first name. I'm probably not going to try to do his second name.
Let's just call him Roger.
Ruggero. So Ruggero was getting taken to court for obscenity in this film. You know, it's gone too far for all of this shit.
Wait, he got taken to court?
Yeah, this film was confiscated. This film was like banned for so long, and they were being prosecuted for the real depiction of cruelty to animals and actual animal deaths.
Right.
So he's already he's getting prosecuted for all this shit. So then in France, not long after this film was released, that a French magazine claimed that some of these deaths were real.
What, like the people deaths?
The people deaths. So not only now is Ruggero being taken to court and prosecuted for obscenity in a film, he's now getting tried for murder.
I mean, what do you mean now?
Oh, this was back when it was released.
Right, okay.
This was back when it was released.
Okay.
But and this is where this film it's so fucking cool. They knew exactly what they were fucking doing. They advertised this film as found footage.
Yeah.
They advertised that
Dude,
shit.
that's cool.
And what they did, they wrote in the contracts of the 4 filmmakers, so Alan, Mark, Jack, and Faye.
Yeah.
I can't remember what their actual names are, but in their contracts, they had written that those 4, they're not allowed to do any TV, media, commercial, any appearance for 1 year after the film's released, because they wanted people to believe they were dead. So they're in hiding. Ruggero is in court for murder. And they have to finally come out and say, no, we're alive. We are alive. This shit is fake.
It's fake. All we did was butcher some beautiful little baby monkeys and make them into slippers. Like, just fucking chill the fuck out.
Exactly.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's so cool.
It's fucking badass, right?
It takes me to, and I'm so sorry to compare this to, but I remember seeing the Blair Witch Project when I was like fucking, I don't know, like 13 years old, and you know all the hysteria around that about, I don't even know if they tried to put it out pretending it was real, but you know
they did.
Right, as a young teenager watching that, I shat my pants thinking, well, I've just watched a death. I've not just watched a death by firing squad, by witch.
There are witches. They are fucking real.
That's it, Rose. We're burning the fucking house down. Like, literally, I don't even trust my mum anymore.
No, fuck no. No, but literally, that is it. Like, they did the exact same tactic. They did the found footage film. They advertised it as real, and people fucking believed it. Yeah. Now, we already know that people were probably more gullible back in the 80s.
Oh, mate. Well, think about fucking... let's go to fucking War of the Worlds. Thinking fucking Orson Welles are like, friggin... People are generally like looking outside, looking for little green men, weren't they? That's cool, though. As dark as that is, I think... Yeah. It's smart.
Oh, dude.
But then if it got banned everywhere...
I mean, that does wonders, I think, in the long run for films.
What about if these 4 kids have had to go into hiding, right? They've got in their contract they can't do it, whatever. What about Monroe? Because, you know, he survived. Does he maintain character? Does he go sit down on fucking... Conan or whatever the American program is and talk about how he drank a load of fucking regurgitated human semen and ate a lung?
I don't think that he actually did too much press about it. I think he actually probably wanted to distance himself from the film.
He'd just go around giving things thumbs up.
The shit thumbs up.
And I think we brushed over the fact that he did drink a big old fucking horseshoe of, let's say, coconut full of what it looked like semen.
Oh, a lot of cum.
That these women had then... The women... It was in their mouths and they were spitting it out into said coconut.
Is that snowballing? Is that what it's called? Someone Urban Dictionary that, please.
That's exactly what it is, isn't it? Google it.
The film's looked at in a lot of different ways from a lot of different people. You know, again, this is a film that is a little bit in contention about like, does it have meaning? Does it not have meaning? And there are arguments on both sides. So some people do just see this as a fucking violence, gore porn, fucking horrible exploit. It's an exploitation film. That's what it is.
Gore porn. I can picture a lot of weirdos jacking into this film.
I mean, I don't literally mean that dudes are jacking it to the gore. It's just it's what you could call it for like the excessive amounts of it. It's just like it's just a celebration of gore. It's like what the Saw films are now.
You're telling me no one's jacked it to this film?
If you've jacked it to this film, please seek help.
You're a very, very naughty boy. Stop it.
So some people do just see it as that, nothing more than an exploitation film, which is what it is, but it was just a piece of fucking cinema that wanted to shock, and that was it.
It did that.
It does that. Some see it as quite a literal comparison to Western culture and how it's perceived violence against more uncivilized or lesser developed cultures.
Yeah, but we're British, so we've never done that.
Oh, not at all.
I mean,
we are the kindest nation.
Yes, I mean they're talking the Americans here.
Oh, must be.
Yeah,
absolutely must be. It cannot be doing anything that the British Empire, Britain have ever done. Ever.
Don't question that. If you need to know anything more, just go check out the British Museum. We got all your stuff. Seriously though, I'm sidetracked. I went to the British Museum last week.
I know, yeah, I saw it on Instagram.
It was marvellous.
Was it good?
It's really good. It's really quiet at the moment.
No one there.
There's no tourists, so I can go see all these incredible artifacts that are incredibly important to other people's cultures that we stole many, many years ago in peace.
And put them on Instagram.
It's brilliant. Are we going to give them back?
Hell no.
We're not finished looking at them.
The confusion there lies in that Rogero, he has on numerous occasions said there is no underlying intention for this film. I think he actually said the words like, I just wanted to make a cannibal film. But some of the actors have come out and said differently, that on set, through talking to Rogero about the film, that there is meaning behind it, or at least there was an instigation for the premise. And this is where I do have to look at my notes for this. So according to some of the actors, that Rogero had said that a lot of this is taken from Italian news coverage of the Red Brigades. I had to do full-on research of what this is. Real quick, so the Red Brigades were a far-left anti-fascist guerrilla group based in Italy. They wanted to have a revolutionary state, remove Italy from NATO. Rogero, when he was seeing this on the news, had thought that the Italian news coverage of this was portraying the violence in an over-the-top way and disregarding their journalistic integrity, basically. So he saw at least a fewer times where the Italian media were going out and forcing something to happen so that they could film it and therefore put something on the news about it. That is one of the stories about where he came up with this film. The Italian journalists being portrayed here by the four young filmmakers going away and trying to create a storm and news by forcing things to happen themselves, kind of fucking everything up for everyone else.
Okay.
I think there isn't really an answer to any of it, because all of the above are kind of true. It is meant for nothing, but there were ideas behind what the original, spark of the premise was. So I guess each their own.
Well, yeah, absolutely. You see, I saw something entirely different. I saw a message about climate change. Bollocks! But there was the final line.
Yes.
So the final line from Monroe that said, what was it? Like, were they really the cannibals?
Who were really the savages, or who were really the cannibals?
Yeah. And, it's thought-provoking.
Absolutely.
Up until a point we go, no. You see, they were the cannibals, Monroe, because they ate people.
They were the literal cannibals.
Exactly, literal cannibals.
Yeah,
very literal person. I love it how they left us a very thought-provoking question. I answered it in a second, like that.
He did it.
It's
who's done it, Phil?
Once again, who done it? Cannibals done it. You see? Do you know how I know? Because I've seen them.
So yeah, look, take it how you want, but I think, there's so much more that it can go into as far as like how good of this is one of the first ever found footage films, and like growing up, the time that you have, the
Yeah.
fucking noughties were full of found footage horror films.
Yeah.
You've already brought up the main instigator with the Blair Witch Project, right? Like, it literally took the same advertisement policies that this film did. And then God knows all the other found footage ones, that this was one of the first ones to do it. The shaky cam, kind of someone...
The one that was Godzilla but wasn't Godzilla.
The one that was Godzilla but wasn't Godzilla.
Yeah, decide from that.
You're talking about... Oh, you are. The one where it's Cloverfield. It's about Cloverfield.
Yeah, that's it. Well, the fact that this is still, like, for one that I've heard of and knowing as minimal as I do know about how shocking it still is, the fact that that's lasted this long, like the test of time, right?
Yeah, again, because it was banned just for so long. But you're right, though. But still, if you'd imagine sometimes if it's been banned, a lot of the video nasties that were banned aren't things anymore because they were banned. So therefore, you are right. So this one has been banned and then brought out, and it is still available to watch on Prime.
I mean, it's fucking great for a horror film, that, right? I mean, if you can be bothered to play the waiting game, if you want to say, right, listen, mate, we're going to ban it for 15 years, yeah? Don't worry about the fucking money. You're going to be masses of debt, but come 15 years, ka-ching. Everyone will be watching it on Amazon Prime. You're
Fucking
welcome.
A. Absolutely.
If this was a Disney film, maybe not so much. But I'm just saying, if they made Toy Story 5 and Woody gets his wood out, I don't know. You know, 15 years, I still would watch that.
All right, then. Well, that's week 5 wrapped. Kind of... You happy that one's over with? Or?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I keep... I'm constantly offended by all of these films through one way or another.
Yeah.
You know, this was horrible for so many different reasons.
Yeah.
Was I scared? Maybe not. Do I feel a little dead inside? Yes, I do. You know, if I'm honest.
Did you feel a little dead inside before watching the film, though?
Well, like being hungry, I don't know. Was I like this beforehand, or was it after the film that's changed something inside of me? I don't know, Will. I don't know.
Well, okay, so...
All I do know is I want to drink some monkey blood, some sweet, sweet monkey blood.
Week 5, Cannibal Holocaust.
Yeah.
Ed, what are you giving it for your rating?
I want to have a quick shout out before we do this. He's kind of forced me to do it, but to Liam, who has guessed the rating on all of the films so far correctly.
Has he actually?
Of my guesses, yeah.
So what? When we've announced the film, he said, "I reckon you'll."
So he's watched the film. Yeah, he's watched the film, and he said not from his point of view. He thinks he's guessing from my point of view. So I don't know if anyone else is guessing along or giving what their rating is. Let us know. Like, message in.
Totally.
Let us know what you think, and then let us know what you think of me. Don't let me know what you think of me, please.
What do you think of it?
Please tell me. I'm incredibly vain. Well, actually, saying that, he got it spot on up until Eden Lake.
Oh, really?
And he got it one off, and when I told him why, he said, "No, that's bollocks. I'm sorry, it's this. This is
right.
I'm
What
right."
you think.
Yeah. He thought, what did I give it? I gave it, I think I gave it a little bit of wee. And he said, "No, that's bollocks. It's an STI check. You know it is." Sorry, Liam.
Thank you, Liam.
So for this Cannibal Holocaust, and I'll tell you why. So this wasn't a scary film.
No.
Has it made me feel uncomfortable?
I hope so.
Hella. Have I watched a lot of rape scenes in the mud? Yes, I have. I'm going STI check all day.
You going in for an STI check?
It's made me super uncomfortable. I'm a little bit worried, and I just want to be cuddled tonight.
Well, there you go. You have it. Cannibal Holocaust. It gets a number 2, which is an STI check.
And the worst thing is, I've got the opposite me.
The TV.
Is the TV. We just watched the fucking film on with the tile, the loading screen of Cannibal Holocaust, and I've been staring at this poor impaled woman the whole time. You try and maintain an erection for an hour and a half.
Viagra. Did we ever figure out how long it lasted?
Oh no, that was a topic. I don't know.
Right in if you've had it. Charlie, I'm pretty sure you've had it.
Let's just name drop. Yeah, let's keep name dropping.
Okay. So...
Stoney, you've had a second kid. How'd you do it?
Right, so we are coming towards the end of the year now, and I did promise that because next week our episode will be coming out on the 24th, Christmas Eve, that we will be doing a Christmas film.
Yeah.
And considering it is Christmas, the season of giving
Yeah.
and sharing,
Yeah.
I'm going to let you decide
Get
which
out.
Christmas horror film we'll be watching out of a list of 2 that I'm giving you.
Oh, that's so mean. Oh, I was so excited then. Oh, that was genuinely robbed.
What were you going to go with?
The Grinch That Stole Christmas.
It's got to be fucking horror film.
It's a fucking little green man that goes around stealing presents.
So is it more... You're saying... What level would you put the Grinch on? Are we talking the Benedict Cucumber Patch animation one, or are you talking the Jim Carrey one?
Oh, the Jim Carrey one.
Okay, so what rating are you giving the Jim Carrey Grinch?
I'm not giving that away, Will, because Liam then will guess.
Okay, right. Well, you do get the choice of 2 Christmas films of my choice.
I'm going to go by fucking name, because I'm not going to know either of them, am I?
Okay, no, you won't. We have got the 2005 film Santa's Sleigh.
No.
Right. Or the 1997 film Jack Frost. Before you choose, I will just note that is not
With Michael
the
Keaton?
Michael Keaton Jack Frost
Ice hockey?
with Henry Rollins as the mean ice hockey coach. No, it is not that film. If it helps, I can give you some ratings.
That doesn't help at all. Can you give me like a little synopsis?
One's a killer snowman, one's a killer Santa.
Well, that sucks.
Um,
I'm going to go with Santa's Sleigh.
okay.
Why?
Yes, I'd like to know why.
Because I don't want to tarnish Jack Frost.
Michael Keaton and Henry Rollins, Jack Frost.
Absolutely.
Henry Rollins, one of his best performances, I must add.
Quite arguably.
He's unbelievable in that.
And super, super sad when his dad just dies and melts again on the tarmac. Spoiler alert. No, Santa's Sleigh sounds pretty badass.
Right.
You know, I'm picturing like Santa on a motorcycle with like some biker chick on his back, and he's like going around like punking fools. I could be wrong.
Not quite, but...
Santa's Sleigh.
Go with Santa's Sleigh. So Santa's Sleigh is an NA rating on Rotten
fuck's
Tomatoes.
sake.
But it is the 5.3 rating
Okay.
on IMDb.
Okay.
I will give you one thing about Santa's Sleigh, and it might mean nothing to you.
A fucking quart of vodka.
Santa is played by wrestling legend Bill Goldberg.
I got so excited when you said wrestling legend. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Batista. Fucking anybody but Goldberg.
Goldberg.
Okay.
He was WCW back in the day.
Yeah, no, I can picture him. Not to be mistaken for Goldberg from the Mighty Ducks, right?
Not to be mistaken from Goldberg from the Mighty Ducks. Have you seen the new trailer for that yet?
No, I've not.
Oh, they're just doing the Cobra Kai thing with it.
Yeah.
The Mighty Ducks are now bad, and now they've got to get Emilio Estevez, who's washed up again. How many times can a man get washed up? Like, surely just leave him, okay?
Yeah, but like Pee Wee hockey, come on, man.
He's doing a lot better than his brother, Charlie Sheen.
How are they brothers?
They're brothers.
Why? Really?
Yeah.
Why have they
Sheen
got
is not
different
their
names?
actual surname.
Really?
Yeah. Pretty sure it's Estevez. They're brothers.
Oh, I can totally see
Yeah,
that.
they look right alike.
Well, he looks more like his dad, though, than Michael Sheen.
Martin Sheen.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Michael Sheen is the British actor who played Brian Clough, isn't he?
Not a clue. The guy who was in Apocalypse Now,
Yeah. Martin Sheen.
he looks like the guy.
God, I'm getting confused. Michael and or Martin Sheen, Charlie Sheen's dad.
On that note, fuck me, if you've not tuned off already, we will say thank you and goodbye. Jesus, I'm nearly falling asleep myself. We want to thank everybody as usual, everyone who's given us love, showing us love, listening, subscribing. Please do. Look, we really, really appreciate it, but fuck, tell your friends, share it, give us a like, give us a review. We thrive off your comments. Give it to us more. Thank you to Good Friend for our music. Thank you to Will Gregson for our artwork. Thank you to you for listening.
Yay. And tag us in some photos. Like, send us when you're watching the films along. Let us know you're watching and message in with your thoughts and comments.
It's an interactive thing. It's a two-way thing. It's not like Will's a Sex Life. We want you to push back. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week for Santa's sleigh.
Nice one. Ta-ra.
Shut up.
Already, I've only said it's 2 minutes. 2 minutes long track.
That'd be great.
That won't do. If only we could talk for 2 minutes.
We could cut our episodes down.
Hello, welcome, goodbye.
Brilliant!
My God, it's brilliant.
You gotta get me a picture of Spider-Man. It's a menace. Here, take some money. No, I'm taking it back. Brilliant. Give me the photo. On your way, kid.